not leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second down, Hyde. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to the end zone real fast.
So following the run by Hyde, here's 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll give to Hyde. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was put. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, Barney, Barney. Over. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll run high. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hyde is the lone man in the backfield here on 2nd and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Throwing, Mayfield. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. First throw now for the backup, Bryce Petty. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now Rosen. And his throw is incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
And now it's Rosen looking. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Over!
Handoff comes to Hyde. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Rosen to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard. Leopard.
Rosen will throw. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Detroit!
Following the interception, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He dumps it to Hyde. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield with it once more. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
To throw is Rosen. Over the middle, Dorsett. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue line.
On first down, it's Rosen. Caught right side, it's Snead. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. the red zone now. Here's Rosen on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board, and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The third quarter begins with a run by Hyde, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Again, it's Hyde. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They run again with Logan. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not is inside the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now Rosen on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On the carry, it's Logan. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They go play action here on first down. Out to the flat for Hyde. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Mayfield on first down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Mayfield now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
On second down, here's Rosen. Hauling it in, Nelson. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Hot!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he cuts right and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth.
Detroit! Watch it now!
A first down throw from Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Lucky 56!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Detroit! No, check. Patriot!
On second down, Mayfield again. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
Hank's almost going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. The Browns on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 39.
And again, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Gone, 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 gone. Leopard, leopard.
A 10th carry for Hyde. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Mayfield. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Green 39.
Now Mayfield on third and goal. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by George Iloka. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
This is Logan. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. They run with Logan. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking on the midfield logo. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
First down, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Gordon. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mayfield with it once more. Being chased out left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
All right, now, look at 56.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, Mayfield. He dumps it to Hyde. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Here's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Robert Ayers. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. What a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball, but instead it turned out to be a touchdown, and they've got to go figure it out on their sideline.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue, line it!
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go now! Blue, line it! Blue!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
From the gun, it's Rosen. The 20! Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cox. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue, line it! Blue, line it!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it! Blue, line it! Let him know, let him know.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The Ravens on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. They come out here in the eye.
319! 319! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On third down. That's Logan. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Three down.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Ravens, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.